In less than 100 hours with this Samsung S95C, I already have enough issues to make a summary for you on this video. Okay? But before we go there, the truth has to be said. The QD OLED technology that Samsung created is absolutely amazing. And I was not expecting to be asking myself, do you really need a better looking TV? I need more hertz. I need better motion clarity. But picture quality is off the chart. And of course, I changed a lot of settings on this TV. I went into the service menu, got a lot more brightness. So this is not even an S95C anymore because it's a lot brighter. But even without doing that, just out of the box, this TV blew me away. Coming from an LG C1, the difference in picture quality is incredible. Absolutely amazing. So the issues that I have, some of the issues that I have, are just Samsung. Okay? It's a Samsung issue. I mean, if LG made a TV, a QD OLED TV, I would be all over it. It was so much better. Okay? Because I much prefer the LG settings and the calibration controls and the user experience with a PC. It is so much better. It's not even close. So let me start by saying that every time I turn on my PC, the TV doesn't know what's going on. Okay? I have to go and tell the TV, hey, this is a PC or this is a console, and then I have to come here to the settings and turn on game mode and then come here and make sure that the settings are right every time. So why? Okay, so the problem is this One Connect box, which the purpose of the One Connect box is so you have a thinner, more sexier looking TV that you can wall mount, and it's going to be so close to the wall. It's going to look like paint. But I am not using that. Okay, and for me, it's not even beneficial in any way. It's actually occupying more space. Okay, so I have it here on top of this, so I actually have less space because of that One Connect box. So because of that One Connect box, I cannot change and create custom resolutions and use upscaling with NVIDIA DLDSR. I cannot use NVIDIA image scaling. I cannot get rid of this 4096 by 2160 resolution, which is completely useless because it is 17 by 9. The games look stretched. Okay? I cannot delete that. Big problem, because let's say I get a 5090 and I am playing an old game. I cannot get more pixels with this NVIDIA feature, which is absolutely amazing. Now you might say, well, it's an NVIDIA issue because they do not support those features with display stream compression, DSC. But the thing is, it doesn't work. I don't care why. It doesn't work, and it works with my LG C1. So that's the One Connect box causing those issues. Now, the other issue I have, the cable that goes from the back of the TV to the One Connect box is buzzing against the TV. Okay, the audio makes the TV vibrate and that cable is buzzing. So it sounds bad because of that. So I had to, make a fix. They give you a piece of plastic so you can put that on glued to the TV and have that, and that improves things a little bit. But that's not good. Talking about audio and buzzing. The TV is buzzing like crazy, okay? And it is weird. Like sometimes I have to increase the volume or lower the volume. It is buzzing really bad. And when I go to the back of the TV, it's buzzing behind, around here and around here. Sometimes one side and the other one is not buzzing. So that gives me a cheap feeling about this TV. This is supposed to be a premium TV, top of the line from Samsung. You have that plastic back that is buzzing. That's not good. There is a firmware update, which I'm not going to try. I'm not updating this TV at all because I don't want any issues. But there's a firmware update that supposedly is going to fix that. But what are they doing? Just reducing the bass? I don't want to fix the issue by nerfing the sound. It sounds very good. It's not very loud, but the issue is the buzzing. It's terrible. It's almost unusable sometimes. It's that bad. So that is unacceptable. Unacceptable. So the other issue that I have with this TV mainly is the settings and the calibration controls. So for example, the 20-point calibration doesn't work on the PC. So yeah, you cannot use that to maybe increase the visibility near black or do some of the stuff that I am used to do with my LG C1. Then the tone mapping, the HDR tone mapping of the TV is buggy. Sometimes it is not at the right expected target for some reason. And then I have to change the resolution on the NVIDIA control panel, or sometimes change from active to static tone mapping. Turn off HDR10 plus, do something so the TV restarts whatever restarts, and then it kind of works. Or sometimes even just turn off and back on the TV or the PC. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's a buggy mess. A buggy mess. I don't want the TV to be auto-detecting anything. I just want Samsung to give me the option. Okay, these are the tone mapping options. This is HGIG, if any. This is tone mapping with this target, with this target. When you change the peak brightness from high to medium, you have these other targets, or to low or off. Give me the options. Of course, I understand. Not everyone is going to be interested in learning all the stuff and knowing what the content max CLL is. So the brightness that the content is trying to output, so they change the tone mapping accordingly. I understand. But maybe have an expert mode on the TV with all those options, and then have a general mode for the masses that auto-detects all the stuff. So, but yeah, they're not gonna listen to me, but that's what I would like. So, yeah, the other issue I have with my specific Samsung S95C, this is from variant to variant, okay? It's a panel lottery. So, it's not something you can expect for you if you get one, any other QD OLED. So you cannot expect to have this exact same issue that I have, but you might have something similar. So basically the problem is, near black, I have this section of the screen here is darker. Now the good thing is that it it's a rectangular shape here, very well defined. It's not like on my LG C1 near black. Sometimes it's a complete mess. The uniformity is terrible, so it looks like, you know, a lot darker, and it's like a weird shape here, and it's a mess. This at least is uniform, but it is very noticeable, and it is from the very beginning of the grayscale up to a lot. I don't know exactly how much, but it might be 20%. Okay, so it's very noticeable. So yeah, my panel is not a great one. I'm not sure if that's common, but yeah, that's not very clean. However, I still appreciate the benefits of QD OLED. And when I look at something like this, wow, this is perfection. This is perfection. 100 nits of green. It is so perfect. It's like a plasma TV. This is how good it is. It's unbelievable. I am blown away with these full screen colors. Actually, let's check some of these full screen colors. Of course, we have white. So with this, I have no issues because this is bright enough. Near black is where you see the issue. I'll show you in a video. Maybe grab my phone with a camera and change the settings so I can show you that. So that's white. It is so clean and uniform. Absolutely amazing. No complaints with that. And with real content, I haven't experienced that issue yet. But I'm sure a horror game or something is gonna show me that at some point. This is so good. These full screen colors are fantastic. I don't like to look at this blue because it's nasty for the eyes, but it looks amazing. Beautiful uniformity. Just flawless. This is my favorite one. Wow. This is beautiful. One of the things that I like the most. But yeah, near black, it is not perfect, and I can see those issues. Now, let me tell you some other good things, and maybe I will remember other issues I have with the TV. So definitely my number one surprise with this TV has been Game Motion Plus. This low latency motion interpolation for gaming. I was expecting this to be from mediocre to bad, okay? Because otherwise, if this was possible, my thought process was, if interpolation for gaming was possible, all TV companies would do it with low latency because it's a no-brainer, especially for console gaming. It is such a big selling point. So I was expecting this to be terrible, and it is good. It is not amazing, it's not perfect, but it is good, and it is so good that I'm gonna use it all the time for the games that I play, this kind of games. And now, big surprise, and you might not know this, but this feature, this Game Motion Plus feature, works at 50 FPS, okay? Now I have a PC, I set the resolution output to 50 Hertz, but if you have a console, I think you can also change the output to 50 Hertz, because a lot of TVs have that. So if you can change the output resolution to 50 Hertz and then have the game to reach that FPS and stay there with VSync, this will work, and it is so good. Let me show you. Let me show you how this looks in motion. So this is what I'm talking about here, Game Motion Plus, and I have DJI or D-Blur in 10, but really D-Blur is the one working here right now. This is so good because there are some games where getting 60 FPS, it's like, oh, I'm almost there, but sometimes it's gonna drop to 58, 57, and that happens on the consoles too. If you can use this, done. You're getting a consistent experience across the entire game. Of course, we know that's not gonna happen with this game because this game has issues with the animation stutters but for other games that are not completely messed up, this is a game changer because instead of playing with VRR and the game ranging from 50 to 60 frames per second, you can just use this, and this is gonna look like 90 to 100 FPS, okay? And the input lag is okay. It's not stellar, and in this game the input lag is not. This game doesn't feel very responsive. For example, I tried it at 30 FPS, and it was unusable for this game. The input lag was just terrible. So this is not one of those examples where this feature shines, because we have some ghosting, and this is going to amplify that over here, but it's still good. And I think I've never seen anyone talking about this. 50 FPS, it works, and it is a great option. Also, even if you have a very high-end gaming PC, if you want to try ray tracing and you want to increase, get more pixels and get a max out experience, this is good enough for this kind of games. God of War. So very, very nice. Big surprise for me with this TV. And also, of course, the other thing that I really like about this Samsung S95C, and in general with all the Samsung TVs, we have a service menu where you can go and get more brightness, okay? And that is not something that you can get with other companies. So if you're willing to do that, you can basically get a TV upgrade at your own risk. But I did it myself, and this TV is looking like out of this world. It is so good, incredible. This game, I just started playing it, and I mean this, all the colors, all the things, all this lightsaber, all the explosions, the fire, the lights, is incredible. I mean, these reds over here popping are ferocious. Just cue the OLED, you get brightness with color. There's not brightness that's white. It's colorful brightness. So it is very, very, very impressive. Now, right now, for the recording, I turned off the peak brightness because on camera, this is so difficult. I mean, it's impossible to record, and it looks blown out on camera. But I usually, of course, play like this. Peak brightness and high. And when I do that, this is something else, man. This red color right here, it is incredible. Sometimes you're closer to that. I've seen this flashing red lights closer, and it is fantastic, man. Absolutely amazing. So also that screen uniformity, I can feel that on the games, on the actual content, because I feel the consistency on the brightness. It feels equally bright across the entire screen. It doesn't look like some parts can get brighter than others. And that's a feeling that I definitely got with my LG C1. Yeah, picture quality, I am blown away, but Samsung, they have a lot to improve. A lot to improve. And these menus, yeah, you can get to this menu quick, but yeah, to get to where I want, it takes so many steps. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, man. Especially that experience when I just turn on the PC for the first time and I have to change all the settings again every single time. is a mess. So yeah, that's so far the issues that I have, at least at the top of my head, and some of the good things. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you have one of these, what are other issues that you experience? And especially if you know the solutions, okay? If you have solutions like, for example, how can I delete that 4096 by 2160 resolution? I know on the S90C, you can just disable DSC and it works. It's not very difficult to do. But because of the bandwidth restriction, not limitation, due to this One Connect box, we have 40 gigabits on the S95C. When you disable DSC, that might be an issue, okay? And the last thing that I want is to start getting dropouts, because so far, that's another thing. So far, I have no signal loss, okay? No dropouts. But these One Connect boxes, they give you that that issue. So I hope I got lucky and mine doesn't have any dropouts. I am using an optical HDMI 2.1 cable, but you know, that's one thing that's like, oh man, I hope I don't have that issue, but you know, it's there. It's just a matter of time. It's gonna happen. So that's why I haven't been too excited to start messing around on the service menu with DSC and all of that, because yeah, if I cannot use NVIDIA image scaling or DLDSR, it's a bummer. Definitely makes me reconsider getting a 5090, because I get a 5090 and yes, the latest games are going to max out that 5090, no issues. But when I go and play a game that's lighter, what I want is to get more pixels for better anti-aliasing, or even turn off anti-aliasing in some games and just get that raw look. And I cannot do that with this. So it is discouraging for me to even upgrade, because I cannot access those features. And who knows, maybe NVIDIA has new features with the 50 series that are not going to work because of that, because of the One Connect box and DSC, which is forced all the time. So yeah, but I cannot complain with the price. I paid $760 for this S95C, and that's a steal. Okay, so that's why I am not like, mad, or I mean, it's fantastic. Okay, absolutely incredible. But if you pay top dollars at release day, you got a 77-inch, you paid a lot of money, and you're dealing with all those issues that I mentioned, that doesn't feel the same. Definitely not. You're paying for a premium product and you have all these issues and more that I am yet to find. That's not acceptable. That is not acceptable. In less than 100 hours, I shouldn't be able to tell you anything bad about the TV. It should be like, okay, yeah, I had this issue, but the rest has been fine. So yeah, that's my experience so far. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any questions.